All right, my friends, welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew, and today I want to talk about the T598 from Thrustmaster and why I think that right now, if you have a TGT2, you should probably just stick with that for now. Let the T598 kind of mature a little bit, especially if Gran Turismo 7 is your game. Now, I've been reviewing the T598 since Friday. I've gotten it. I've tried this with multiple different wheels, with the hypercar wheel that Thrustmaster sent with it, as well as the Evo Racing wheel that I bought, and the sport car rim that comes with it. Now, I just actually was watching a video from the Casual Racing Gamer, and he's talking about why he's going back to the Thrustmaster TGT2. And to be completely honest with you guys, the reason why I'm making this video is not to try to piggyback off of his stuff, but to kind of give you guys, or actually to kind of back him up and to kind of help you guys understand like why he's making the decision he's making and why that is actually a good choice. Now, here's the thing. This is kind of what I recommend. Now, he's running with the sport car rim. This is actually not a terrible rim. It just, the way the force feedback feels in this rim isn't that great. It's not that great. Like it feels a little bit sharp and direct, and it just doesn't convey like how a car would feel like if you hit a bump. It just kind of feels, you get like this vibrating feel through it, like you can feel like through the plastic, like there's just a hollow shell plastic, and it's just, you're feeling that. So the vibrations and the feedback just doesn't feel that great. It just feels a little bit hard. So that does actually have a little bit to do with it. And this is probably like a lot of people said, this is probably the weakest part of it, but it is perfectly good and acceptable and above the quality that you would get out of most entry-level type wheels. Now, you got to look at it this way, guys. The T598 at its starting price of $500 is an entry-level direct drive wheel designed for the PlayStation 5. Obviously, the Xbox will be coming early next year, and then you also have, PC compatibility out of this wheel. But you got to understand, this thing is designed, like this wheelbase alone is probably worth that $500. Probably worth that $500, to be completely honest with you. But then you're going to need to pair it with a good set of pedals. You're going to need to pair it with a good quality rim so that you can fully take advantage of everything that it has to offer. Now, if you look at the pedals that come with this, the Raceline pedals are actually okay. They're not bad at all. They're easily on par with on par or better than most entry-level wheel pedals that you're going to get. So the pedals are not a big problem. You can easily get by and use those for a long time and be perfectly fine with those. The pedals are not an issue whatsoever. So when you look at that and when you think about that, I want you to understand that, like, yeah, guys, the overall package is definitely, the pedals and the wheel rim are definitely designed to be cheaper so that they can bundle them with the T598, because the T598 on its own and feeling pretty raw, because that's the way it feels. It feels pretty raw, pretty untested. I've been testing a lot of games on this thing. I'm actually onto my PC testing right now, but so that I can get my review up a little bit later. But right now, man, the last game that I played was Dirt Rally 2.0. Dirt Rally 2.0, and that blew my freaking socks off how good this feels with the Evo Racing rim. Like this Evo Racing rim from Thrustmaster, $300, and it's completely incredible. It comes with both of the fittings that you can take this off and you can put on the old style quick release so that you can use it with your TGT2. I actually bought this with my TGT2 before Thrustmaster sent this out to me. Like I just didn't make the first cut to be able to get the T598. I had to wait for the second cut, and I finally got it. Glad I kind of got to wait, because they sent me the hypercar rim. And this right here, my friends, this rim is $399. It comes out here in a couple days, and this rim right here actually adds to the overall experience of the T598. To be completely honest with you guys, testing it with the sport car rim, my review if that was all I had, if I hadn't bought the Evo rim and I hadn't, and Thrustmaster hadn't sent me the hypercar rim, my review would literally sound like pretty much everybody else's, being like, yeah, I mean, it's good. It's kind of, you got the cheap rim, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Like, it would be pretty much just like that. But seeing as I've actually had a window into a higher quality, more premium experience for the T598, my review is going to differ significantly from them, because this wheel alone, the Evo Racing wheel alone, it adds an extra level to the overshoot capacity from the T598. Because that overshoots pretty good, and then you also get like the other, like the gear jolt and stuff like that, whereas it can feel a little bit harsh and and like plasticky, and it's just, I feel like the material that both of these rims, the hypercar and the Evo, the material that these are made out of, they actually reverberate that feeling significantly better than the hollow plastic wheel does. I know it sounds crazy, but it is. The Evo is a 32-inch rim, so that actually gives you a little bit better distribution in like the overall feeling and stuff. It doesn't bog down the motor or anything like that. It just kind of adds to the overall experience. It kind of dampens things a little bit, but that's okay. You get rid of some of that. You trade off some of that sharp, direct, in your face feeling, and you replace that with a more subtle, bouncy type feeling that feels a lot better. It feels more realistic, at least in my mind. And then with the hypercar rim, that one is just like, wow, that thing feels so incredible that I don't even want to play like track racing games with the Evo anymore. I just want to have that one on there when I'm playing like Gran Turismo, when I'm playing Assetto Corsa, when I'm playing Automobilista 2. So like testing all those PC games, guys, has given me a wider view of how the T598 is going to perform. So when I listen to the casual racing gamer, and he's saying, look guys, I'm going back to the TGT2, and he's explaining, you know, how the grip feels and how everything else feels like that. To this day, if you look at that back wall, man, I've tested a lot of wheelbases and a lot of rims, ranging from the Fanatec DD Pro all the way down to the Thrustmaster T128 on GT7. GT7 being a game that I bought a PSVR 2 for. I literally just bought a PlayStation 5 Pro for, and I've bought in the Thrustmaster TGT2. I bought the Fanatec DD Pro. I won the G923. And then the Thrustmaster has sent me out the T248 and the T128. The reason why I actually bought the TGT2 is because the T248 impressed me enough to where I'm like, wow, maybe I should get a TGT2, because I bought the Fanatec right out of the gate. I was just like, yeah, I bought the PSVR 2 and that blew me away. So I was like, dang, I went and bought the Fanatec. I just went straight to the top and bought the Fanatec, the best wheel that you could get available. The Logitech G Pro wasn't even out yet. So I bought the Fanatec, and I was like, dang, this is incredible, man. This absolutely blew me away. And just the other day, I had the Logitech G Pro sitting here. My son-in-law bought one. He brought it over. We did an unboxing, and we did like a first impressions, jumped on there and was trying that. We need to set that up. It feels significantly better over on the PC than it does on the PlayStation 5. So I need to get it back over here. I'm actually probably going to pick one up around the first of the year or something, so that I can really test that one out, because I want to be able to just jump through, you know, Logitech, Fanatec, Thrustmaster, pump out some content for all of these wheelbases and help people, you know, kind of find the best one that's for them. But when I listen to what casual racing gamers talking about with the TGT2, that being the best wheel that I've tried to date on Gran Turismo, I get where he's coming from, and that pretty much echoes the feeling that I've had even before the T598 showed up, just because of my experience with the Fanatec DD Pro and other DD wheelbases and stuff. I didn't see the Thrustmaster T598 coming out and being a replacement for the TGT2 when it comes to Gran Turismo 7. I knew that it was going to be closer to the Fanatec experience. while not completely meeting the Fanatec experience, like the T598 is still kind of in limbo, my friends. My friends, there are features that we're not even getting to utilize on the T598 yet. Do I feel like it's going to be better for Gran Turismo? Absolutely. Gran Turismo Polyphony Digital is absolutely working on bringing full feature support for the T598. But while we're rating, the TGT2 is the premium wheel for Gran Turismo. Once you get like these new rims like the Evo and the Hypercar, then that starts to make the T598 more in line premium wise with what the TGT2 is, or or what you can expect for that. I would even go as far as maybe saying that the T300 is still a competitive wheelbase to own if Gran Turismo 7 is your game. You got to understand, direct drive technology feels significantly different than the belt-driven wheels. Now, your TGT2 has multiple sensors and position sensors and all kinds of different types of technology crammed into that wheelbase to make it worth every freaking nickel that Thrustmaster is asking for that. When people look at that and they turn their nose up and they get all sneery, like, it's a belt-driven wheel, they don't know what they're talking about. Like, they seriously don't know what they're talking about. The TGT2 and the T300 and the TX and all of these, the T248, that is still a good technology. It is still a good technology and 100% still supported across all your older games. Like if somebody called me up and asked me, like my brother called me up and asked me, he's like, hey, I want to get in, what do I do? And knowing my brother, I'm like, dude, get a T248. I think you're going to be significantly happier with that. You're going to be able to use that. It's not going to overpower you. It's not going to be confusing to set up. It's not going to drive you nuts. It's just a plug and play experience that you're going to be able to have fun with and learn how to sim race, period. Like you're gonna be able to learn from that. Then you get to these other wheelbases like TGT2 or the T300 or the TX or the SW. These wheels are still absolutely incredible and worth the money that they ask for them. Direct drive is new. It's good and it gets better the higher up in price you go. Or even the lower in price you go. Like the fact that I can find compatibility across 90% or maybe even more. Everything I've tried so far on the Thrustmaster T598, I've had compatibility with it. 100% out of the gate. The only one game that I've played that hasn't felt really good right now is WRC Generations. That's the only one I've played that doesn't feel good. The best one that I've played is Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. That one feels the absolute best so far. But then right after that one, I've got Dirt Rally 2.0 that feels absolutely incredible. And then I also have Forza Motorsport that actually feels really good on this on the T598. GT7 feels really good when I'm using the Hypercar rim. It feels a lot better on this. But yeah, you're still not getting that grip level that the casual racing gamer is talking about. But you are getting close enough to the Fanatec experience to where I mean it's raceable, it's drivable. You are going to have to learn like what your car's doing when you're coming out of corners and stuff like that. So you're going to have to pay more attention and like the as opposed to like the TGT2, like when you have grip, like when you don't have grip, and like the TGT2 is an incredible freaking wheel. Don't discredit it. Do not freaking don't do that. Don't be that person. Don't discredit something as amazing as the TGT2. I have zero regrets. I have like 2 direct drive wheels and then a bunch of other wheels right now, and I got rid of a Camus, 12 Newton meter Camus, because it is what it is, man. Like direct drive is fine, but there's so many of them out there that like there's only a few that are actually really good that have got really good technology. Fanatec, Logitech, Thrustmaster. And then like if you want like really high-end stuff, yeah, go get your high-end stuff, but it's not compatible with your PlayStation 5. So like you've got Fanatec, Thrustmaster, and Logitech. All the rest of the stuff out there is like hit or miss, like MOZAs, all that other stuff, man. Like it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. So the proprietary stuff that are in these wheelbases, like the T598, they're not being tapped into yet. So yes, right now, guys, right now, your TGT2 is more than sufficient. I don't think you should downgrade slash side grade if GT is your game. Could you get on it and make it work? Absolutely. It doesn't feel horrible. Like, it's not horrible. I'm actually feeling pretty good about the T598 when it comes to GT7. I'm actually liking it. I actually have been playing it on the Fanatec again too. So it's had more updates since when I first started playing it. The Fanatec is starting to feel a lot better on it. It definitely feels better, but it's still got the same issue that the casual racing gamer is talking about. You just don't feel like you have that grip. Whereas the TGT2 is hands down the best that I've felt on that game. And then next after that would be the G923. And I'm hoping that I can get a hold of the G Pro again and get it all dialed in so that I can actually really feel how the True Force is gonna feel on that, because I feel like True Force was pretty dang good on GT7. So, all right, my friends, I just wanted to make this video to kind of back up the casual gaming racer. His content's amazing. He's put a lot of thought into this. He's put a lot of effort into this. Gran Turismo being his main game, I 100% understand that. It's not a shot at the T598. It's an honest opinion, and you guys should take that and be like, okay, yeah, dude's giving me an honest opinion. This is how he's feeling, and I second that. If you have a TGT2 or a T300 right now, it's not like imperative that you need to change. And that's why I've recommended that if you're buying a T598, please hang on to your older bases. Do not get rid of them. Do not throw them in a closet. Do not lose the pieces or the cords or any of that. Keep them close to you, because you're going to need them when you want to play. And it doesn't mean that, like, you're buying an early product if you get the T598. You're getting an early product. Yes, it's absolutely going to be an upgrade over all of those when the time comes. But right now, guys, hang on to your older equipment. That's all I'm saying. Is just hang on to your equipment so that you can make that decision, because it's going to take a while for you to get acclimated to direct drive anyways. Direct drive is a completely different beast. The games that do direct drive really, really well, and then there's games that do direct drive really, really terrible. So yeah, dude, it's a mixed bag. So all right, guys, if you like this content, do not forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching.